Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here. It's day number 254. Yes, 254 of Gigglin'. Welcome back to another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. Um, today. Um, so it's not even today, and it's already difficult. Okay. So today, when you are watching this, it is September 14th, 2023, which marks the my dad's fifth heaven birthday. So we lost him 5 years ago, and I can't believe it's been 5 years already. That's crazy. Um, so So it's not even like the day in real life for me because I'm filming this before. But oh my gosh. Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna try to get through this. It's gonna be fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, I have talked about my dad so much here and how much I love him and how much I miss him and how incredible. And I've shared so many of my own memories of him. So I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and I don't want to be sad because it's a hard day, and but I feel like it's necessary to celebrate him and not like be down. So focus on all the great things and all of our great memories and whatever. So I reached out to my family, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, whoever wanted to participate, and I asked all of them to share to share their favorite memories. So some people have submitted videos, which you will see next. And some people didn't really want to be on camera and they just submitted their memories via text or whatever. So I'm going to read so the people who sent in their memories, I will read them now. So, here we go. Oh my god, there's a bug flying around in my room. That's no good. Okay. So, here we go. So this one's from my cousin Trevor. Mostly my cousins have responded. So this is from Trevor, and he said, "Hey, cool Ray Ray story. He came to our birthday party one year at the Inman roller rink and played roller hockey with a bunch of kids. Also, one time he drove me home from the beach, or also drove home from the beach with him one time." And enjoyed the story of his first car when he was in the army with four other guys that they were stationed in California. I believe it was a Roadrunner. I don't know if it was the Roadrunner. He definitely had a Roadrunner and he loved the Roadrunner. I don't know if that was the one that he had in California or not, but he definitely had a car that he shared with his army buddies. And he told us all kinds of stories about that car. So that's from Trev. And thanks, Trev. And then Britt made a video, so you'll see her in an upcoming video. But also, she submitted another memory. And this one, she says, my other favorite memory with Ray was when our dads took us to Albany to see the Backstreet Boys on their Black and Blue tour. We were staying at the nastiest hotel. It was so disgusting. And he's just all like, "You're fine, go to sleep." When we all know that if we were with Jer, she would have left and not stayed there, which is true. The hotel was so disgusting. Still 20 plus years later, I still like have the heebie-jeebies from that hotel. It was gross. But yeah, the dads were like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. And then this memory is from Ty, and he said, mine is always riding in the boat with Captain Ray Ray. He was always He was always so fun. It was fun cruising around with him. And yeah, that was so fun in the summer when we were driving, when he got his little boating license and he'd take us out on the bay and drive us around. It was so fun. We would go tubing and stuff. Always a good time. And then, so the next one I have written down is from, oh shoot, is from my cousin Chris. And he said, I'll always remember the fun we had fighting with him at Mimi's when I was little. And also the time that he showed up with Stacy, John, and Hunter in Seaside when I was there for a car show. Cole and Hunter had the best time playing with him. So that, I didn't even know that he went to a car show to see Chris in a car show. He just went and did everything. Whenever people had stuff going on, he was always there. Like, you let him know and he would be there. We went one time with him to see Alex, Danielle's daughter, in a cheerleading competition. Like when she was real little. But yeah, so he went to all the things. Okay, next, this is a bunch of stuff from my cousins. So this first bit is from, so like these stories are really good because, so my cousins on my dad's side are a lot older than me. So when they were little, I wasn't around yet. So they told a bunch of stories from when they were small, and like that just made me so happy. So here I am to share them. Maybe I can make this bigger. No, I can't make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? Okay. Anyway, I'll just read it here. So this is from Rachel, and she says. This is the pie story. I don't know if I've ever shared the pie story. I'm sure I have, but this is the pie story. So, it's the apple pie. So, she said this is probably like 15 years ago at Mimi's. It might have been even more than that. We were at Thanksgiving, and she said, so my dad's whole life, Mimi, my grandma, that's my dad's mom, Mimi would, our whole lives, would say she'd make apple pie. She made apple pie because it was her Ramie's favorite. And this is what Rachel said. I'm just going to read what she said. She said, it was her Ramie's favorite. I'm standing next to your dad. He's got to be in his 50s, and he's eating the pie. And with his dry sense of humor, he looks at me and says, I don't like apple pie. I like blueberry. I was like, Ray, this whole time you've been eating it? He just shrugged his shoulders, and I laughed so hard. And then she put all kinds of crying faces. We love the pie story. We're like, Mimi. She thought his favorite was apple pie. And it was blueberry the whole time. And then she said, before you and your sisters were born, just Stacy, the entire family would go to Beach Haven on vacation. My dad and Greg, Uncle Robert, Michael. Your mom was just starting to date your dad. I have pics. I would like to see those. Thank you. Anyway, Uncle Ray even then called us all kids knuckleheads. And he would get up early every morning, go to the bakery, and get the kids elephant ears. He was such a good man. I think of him often. I just love it. Like, he's just the best. So, okay, so the next one is from Danielle. And she says, I remember driving down the shore with him, and he always had one foot, the left foot to be exact, half out the window while driving. Loved the shore with him. He would dig holes and put Stacy and I in the holes and push the sand up to our necks. I really think it was just so he could relax for 5 minutes. And I loved playing cards with him and Aunt Jerry's family. Always had so much fun. Love and miss him. He was the ultimate girl dad. He was the best girl dad ever. And then Zach chimed in And he said, my favorite times with Uncle Ray was at Mimi's yellow house. He would do anything that I asked. I pretty much used him as my own personal jungle gym. I would jump and climb all over him. He would just sit there and let me do it. He would always take me in the backyard and push me on the tire swing. So what's funny about this, that Zach mentions that my dad would push him on the tire swing. I remember being small and going to Mimi's house, not the yellow house, but a different one. And I remember Zach pushing me on the swings in the backyard. So that's crazy that that's the memory that he picked out, because I always think of that when I think of Zach. Yeah, that's crazy. And then they talked about, we don't need to talk about that. And then Rachel says that Judy, his sister Judy, crashed his first motorcycle. I didn't even know that my dad had a motorcycle. I had no idea until just this instant. What? And then she said Mona totaled the first car, the Roadrunner that Trevor mentioned in his. Apparently Mona crashed it. That's his other sister. What? This is nuts. And then, sorry. And then Carrie also mentioned the time in Seaside that he went to go see Chris at the car show. And she also said that he always made a point, him and my mom, always made a point to go to their kids' birthday parties and stuff, and he was always at every family function. It didn't matter what it was. He was always there, and that's true. And he just is the best. Yeah. Oh, and she said that he didn't always have much to say, but when he did, look out. That's true. Quiet, but when he did talk, it was always good. It was good stuff all the time. Yeah. And then Carrie also said, at the end of the day, he was a true family man and is thought of often. We will never forget Ray Ray. Yeah. And then they just said he was the coolest uncle. So that's all my written notes that I have. And I really love everything that everyone said, and it just made me so happy to hear all everyone's memories. So stay tuned, because there are some more memories coming up from people talking about them just on their own in video form. So take it away, family.
Hey, it's Cord here, or Cordo, or Knucklehead, or Stay Out, with what my dad used to call me. So today on Ash's blog, everybody is here to talk about my hero, my dad. Also her dad. So there's just so many things that we could say about him. He was great. I don't even know how to even begin with what to say. He did everything and anything for everybody. And he truly is missed every day. There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think of him. There's days that I sit here and think about how I wish he was here for the future of things that I'm hoping that will happen. That it sucks that he won't be here for those things. But he was just great, and he just did everything. Like I said, he was there for everybody. In a drop of a dime, he would be doing something for somebody. It didn't matter what it was, he would be there helping them. Obviously, I have so many memories with him because he was my dad and he was in my life up until, 5 years ago. So, there's just so many memories, and some of them I mean, just simple of going on vacation together growing up. And one of the top vacations that we did go on to that I will always remember is we went to Paris, and later to find out that is his favorite city to go to, and it is also my favorite city. So that was definitely a special moment that we got to share together and be on the Eiffel Tower and get a picture with him. Yeah, and just explore Paris. It was just amazing. Like, but just simple, like going on vacations, even like to St. Martin and getting the Jeeps and him driving all over the place and, you know, crazy. Or even in the winter at home, like in Jersey, like it would, when it's snowing, like he would take out his car and we would go to an empty parking lot and just like swerving all over the place. Like, and we were, obviously that's so not safe, but like we loved it and we had so much fun. And it didn't matter like what time we had to go anywhere. If he didn't go, he would always be there. And it was just like, he didn't matter. Like if we had an airport at 4:00 in the morning, he would be bringing us at 1 a.m. So also another thing actually where I'm going now is an escape room. I'm going with my friends. So that brings back memories because one of my birthdays, it was actually me, my sister, my dad, and our friend Kat that got to go and do an escape room. However, we did not get out. So hopefully tonight we will get out. Also, I mean, when everybody sees this, we'll be on a trip in Alaska, which is crazy. And can you believe it, Dad? Like, this is my last state that I had to go to. So it will be my 50th state, and it will be over the anniversary of your 5-year. So, you know, but the good thing is that me, Ash, Kate, Stacy, and Mom will all be together. Obviously, and a few other family members, but I'm happy that we'll all be together. There's just so many other great memories that we had together. Oh, one last one before I go. Right before Christmas, we would have to go shopping for my mom, and just being there with my dad and going to the mall every year and having that time with him was also special, just because, like, you know, a lot of times you don't really get to spend the time with your dad. So like that little bit of time right before Christmas, like having him there was a special time, even though that my mom probably didn't like any of the gifts, but you know, it was still just being with my dad. And all the holidays also he made extra special because the food that he made was delicious. And one thing that I definitely really miss is his food. So obviously, and him really like, but yeah, so, and like I said before, there's just so many memories, and I'm sure there's so many more, but that's just a little bit of my memories with him, and I miss you, and I love you. Bye.
Happy 5th birthday in heaven, Dad. Love you and miss you so much every day. It's hard to just pick one memory. Just so many great memories of being your daughter and growing up. Love you.
Hi, Ray. Wish you were here with us. We're planning this great big Alaska trip, which you would definitely love. Cruising, you would take full advantage of it with all your girls. We love and miss you. I can't believe that I'm selling the house. And I always said I needed to go before you because there's no way you're going to have to be my angel on my shoulder when I'm packing up this house, because it's going to be difficult for me. And you would have done it 1, 2, 3. But good times that we had, our St. Martin trips. We went there on our honeymoon, which was special, And then we continued to always go there, which made it extra special. With our good friends, Ron and Gail, we always had a great time. We also put your ashes in St. Martin because that was great times and great memories that we always had there. And we plan on having many more. Also, down the shore here, our home away from home. It's such a peaceful place. And all this weekend, Labor Day, I remember that we went to get steak sandwiches for my birthday at the original steak place. And you must have not been feeling well because you let me actually drive down to Seaside. And that's not something that you normally do. So you kept it to yourself. If something was wrong, I'm sorry that you did that. But we love and miss you every day. You don't know how much you are missed. I love you and miss you so much, Ray. God bless you.
Go.
My favorite memories with Uncle Ray are every time he was in the kitchen cooking, number one, and would kick everybody else out because it was his kitchen. Or two, whenever I made my mocha cake and he would argue with Aunt Jill about whether it should be more coffee or more chocolate. And they would try to make the frosting themselves and always mess it up.
Always.
Those are my two favorite memories.
Because Jill wanted more coffee and Ray wanted more chocolate.
Ray always wanted more chocolate.
Yeah.
And they'd have too much coffee trying to make it more of each.
And then it would be.
And then I'd have to restart all over again and kick them out of my kitchen.
Yep. As the tables have turned, right?
Yes.
But we were also asked to talk about Ray Ray. So, two of my faves with Ray is how I always got kicked out of the kitchen on holidays because he didn't want anybody in the kitchen helping, and he used to get not into a not good mood when I would come in and try cleaning up after him.
Well, everybody got bad. You always hit the remote control. You're not a Ray.
Yeah, I didn't
Cooking,
touch the Ray. I didn't touch a remote with Ray. That was with Papa. Papa boy.
Well, yeah, everybody got to get mad. So.
Okay, so that's my one story about Ray that I remember.
And he loved the beach house.
And he loved his children, and that he loved when they were born, and he would spend hours on the couch feeding them and loving them, and that to me is the most important thing about being a wonderful daddy. And we miss Ray. And now I'm going to get all filled up and I'm going to cry. And that's not what this is supposed to be, a happy time.
And you remember he was heading to see Stephanie and
After she had her surgery.
And we canceled it, and all of a sudden he turned around and on the highway and went back home. He was halfway here in Delaware.
When Jacob was born. Yes, to come down to see Jacob. Yep. That's because Brian was he was tired of having people in the house. And Steph always regretted that and cried about that after. But we love you. We love you guys.
Okay, go.
Hey, this is Deb. This is a memorial tape for my sweet brother-in-law, Ray, who passed away almost 5 years ago on September 18th.
14th.
September 14th. The last time I saw him 5 years ago was Labor Day weekend. He walked in the kitchen. He said, "See you soon, knuckleheads." I never saw him after that. But I will say one of my best memories with Ray was always here at the beach. He loved it here. So Ray, this past Labor Day weekend, we thought of you. We remembered you. We stayed low-key with gifts to Jer because we didn't want her to react. Because we really knew that was always your favorite memory of getting Jer the perfect gift and having her jump for joy. So anyway, we love you. We miss you. I know my father is there with you. Say hi, Pops. And I know that he is ribbing you about the Jets-Giants preseason game. Peace out. We love you.
Raymond Benham III. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful son-in-law he was. He was always helping everybody. And when God called him home on September 14th, a few years ago, all of us lost something very special in our lives when God called him home. And just did a few things. He was always there for everybody, for Jerry, the girls, Stacy, Hunter, anybody in the family. He was always there to help each one of us. And I remember the week before he died, we were at the beach. He loved to sit here at the beach and in this corner we're in right now, read his books. And that weekend he had put up new lights all around the outside of the house and painted the picnic table. And then all of a sudden he was here and then he was gone. And many things in my life that I remember all good about Raymond was when Brittany was born, he would go into the hospital every single morning. Before 8 o'clock he went to work to see how Brittany was doing and the mother every single day. And then when he got out of work at night and finally Brittany came home, he would go there to their house and help take care of them every evening. What a gift from God. We were so lucky to have him in our lives. And then when I lost Pop, he was there all the time. If I had to say, oh, the light bulb just burned out, he was there. He was there all the time. He would cut our grass. I said, Raymond, it's too hot today. Don't do it today. But he would have to cut it first with the rider, and then he would go up with the push mower and pick up all the grass. He painted our house after when it needed it, after he had his heart attack or whatever. He was there for everybody all the time, and we were lucky that God sent him to be with us. I know he's looking down on all of them, his daughters, his wife, and all of them, even me, his old mother-in-law. But thank you, God, for sending him into our lives. And I know he's shining down on each and every one of you. I could really do a book. And as Ronnie said when he was giving his eulogy, he said, I could sit with him all day and he wouldn't talk. And I'd get up the next day and sit with him all another day. He just warmed everybody's heart. God bless you, Raymond. We're so lucky to have you. I miss you every day, Mum.
Thank you, Mum. That was beautiful. Okay, so if you've made it to the end of this very long video, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to all of these really great memories of my dad, who I love so much and I miss so much. And I just really appreciate it, and I hope that you've learned some stuff about him, because I know that I have. And yeah, so Daddy, I miss you. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for me for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.